ShareLoveFund. I can't believe it, we are already in week 49 of our RYT 200 yoga teacher training. For those of you who are not enrolled and want to be on degree track, you can enroll at sharelove.fund/train. If you're not sure, then join in for free for the ride. We love to make yoga accessible. We're a nonprofit and we're all about everything you need is already inside of you, and you don't really need to pay for anything to optimize you. There's so much available to you on YouTube and otherwise. Each week we highlight a pose of the week as a way to help students digest and commit to memory the 45 key poses of the SHARE method. Why 45 poses? Is there any magic to it? There's not. The idea is that anybody can graduate from our program to become a very confident yoga teacher just by knowing 45 poses. 45 poses is enough to have an exciting repertoire, even if you are teaching every day. So we sort of felt that that was a number that was large enough to be constantly innovative in your routines, but then small enough that it is digestible over the 52-week course that we offer to incarcerated women. So the pose of this week in week 49 is crow pose. For crow pose, we will be boat pose. For boat pose, we'll be on our tailbone, legs outstretched. Because of that, some people might be uncomfortable putting so much pressure on their tailbone. We'll also do modified boat. And because of that, you might want to have a blanket. I don't really recommend a bolster because it could be a little wibbly wobbly, a little bit too cushiony, but you can try it. Each of our bodies are different, and you'll learn what feels best for you by trying it. So I'm going to give everyone a moment to get a pillow or a blanket, bolster, sweatshirt, a pile of laundry, something if you think that you want it to support your tailbone in boat pose that we'll get to in a minute like this. If you are familiar with boat pose already and you know that you don't want any props, then that is fine too. Because we teach for the custodial situation, we try to not require any props, although we do provide mats and blocks to New York State and New York City custodial facilities. However, we try to not require it in our lessons. However, to have a cushioned environment for your tailbone is something that is accessible to everyone, even our inmates, whereas they could try boat pose even in a bed. So I'll give everyone a minute to get that, and we will reconvene in a couple minutes. So get what you need. If you have everything you need, use this time to breathe and find your own natural rhythm of your breath. So I'm back now that you've found your own natural rhythm. And nothing glamorous about it, but these are our new arrivals, our textbooks for this course. So when we started this course together, we just had the PDF on our course, and now if you want it in an easy to follow textbook, it is available now on Amazon, the Encyclopedia of Yoga. So I'm excited to bring those up today. For my in-person private clients, I have your copies in the stack and you can take it. For everyone else, it's totally optional. You don't need to purchase anything, but if you want it in the convenience of a textbook, that's your option, and you can get that for under $25 on Amazon. All proceeds go to provide free books to our incarcerated women's program and other at-risk and in-need folks. I'm just going to use this book to start with our meditation. So take a comfortable seated position. You can be crisscross applesauce, sitting on a block or bolster to elevate the hips. That is the traditional yogic way. I like to teach without any blocks or bolsters so that there's no anxiety about what you need. You can just come to class with yourself. I'm just going to familiarize myself a little bit with this book. Our high school leaders wrote it and they did it as an independent project. So it's going to take me a moment to kind of figure out where those good little meditations are, if they are in here. I see, okay. Overview of meditation, page 202. Practice meditations, page 219. Excellent. So remembering that your own natural rhythm of your breath is a breathwork technique. You can place a hand on your belly, hand on your chest. To feel good and feel connected in your setup for your meditation. Let us talk briefly, since it is an RYT 200, about the 6 points of posture. We want to be seated comfortably. Our legs, as a second point, can be crisscross applesauce, or in lotus or half lotus. Our arms are loosely hanging, relaxing the shoulders. You can roll your neck from one side to the other. Your back is strong. Your front is strong, like as if you're zipping yourself up. Your mouth is relaxed. Your jaw is relaxed. So these 6 points are seat, legs, arms, back. I forgot eyes. Eyes, you can rub the center of your forehead to sort of remind yourself to not furrow your brow and relax your eyelids. So eyes is the 5th point of the meditative posture. And then the mouth is the 6th. So I'll just go over that again, because this is a yoga teacher training, empowering all of you to not just get a feel-good yoga class today, but also feel that you can go out there and you can teach and you can bring this gift of yoga to others. At ShareLoveFund, we love to say that we don't give someone fish for a day, but we teach them how to fish. That is an expression. We're not really teaching fishing, we're teaching yoga. So the 6 points of posture is 1, seat, 2, legs, 3, arms, 4, back, 5, eyes, and 6, mouth. At ShareLoveFund, we have no tests or quizzes that are mandatory. We do have some optional ones in the coursework because people have asked for them. But the idea is that we can train anyone to be a confident yoga teacher regardless of ability or inability. So why am I telling you this now? I'm telling you this now because you don't have to memorize these 6 points of posture, and there's no points. Somebody who knows all the details could be a terrible yoga teacher because they maybe make their students feel uncomfortable, and maybe someone who isn't really sure but is really connected to their students could be a great yoga teacher. So if you like to memorize things, then sure, go for it. You can memorize these 6 points of the meditative posture. But if you don't like to memorize things, you can just think about it logically, like starting from the bottom to the top, or you could even think about it from the top to the bottom, but I think it kind of works better to focus on the root. You can just think from the bottom to the top, how can I relax each piece of me? So you can remember the word seat, or you can just think, how do I relax this area connected to the ground? And then you can remember legs and arms, or you can just think, you know, how can I relax the other parts of me, my extremities, and so forth, working your way up. You can think about it logically. When you learn things and in a logical way that actually resonates with you, then it becomes intuitive. Let's take a few breaths together, paying attention to the exhale and having the exhale be longer than your inhale. As your mind wanders, bring your attention back to your breath. You may find yourself bringing your attention back to your breath 1,000 times. And that is something to experience without judgment, just as an observation. Gently close your eyes, have a soft gaze. Crown of your head long to the ceiling, but your shoulders relaxed, your jaw relaxed. If you are not sure if your jaw is relaxed, you can wiggle it a little. Gently part your lips. With each breath, feel your sits bones grounding into the mat as if they're growing roots. And with each inhale, imagine a light beaming from the top of your head going up. So in this way, yoga is about opposites or elongating, sun, roots, and so forth. Find a comfortable position within yourself. If you find the need to move around a little bit, you can make those micro adjustments to truly settle into stillness. These days, being busy is a badge of honor, and sometimes slowing down can be pretty scary. But as Eleanor Roosevelt said, the only thing to fear is fear itself. Allow your arms to relax, resting on your knees or falling by your side. Now it is time to meditate. can leave all your worries at the door. Allow yourself to relax into the flow of the moment. There's only right here, right now. As you slow down, you may find negative thoughts appearing. You can use loving kindness techniques to coax yourself into relaxation, reminding yourself that it's okay, that you're doing the best you can. And right now, focusing on your breath will create space and clarity to make better decisions upon emerging out of the meditation. Allow yourself to relax into the flow of the moment. There's only right here, right now. Notice any sounds outside of the room. Acknowledge them and let them go. Notice any sounds. Just observing without judgment. Tell your body to relax. Let your feet and legs soften into position. Drop your shoulders. Relax your hands. And allow your whole body to soften. Softening down and relaxing. Molding and releasing into a natural position. Take a deep cleansing breath in and then let it flow out. You can breathe in your nose and out your mouth, or however feels comfortable to you. Taking a deep breath, cleansing breath in, and let it flow out again at your own pace, continuing this cycle. As you breathe out, imagine that you are breathing out all the tension in your body. Allowing your breathing to fall into its own natural rhythm, not trying to control it in any way. Keep your awareness to your breath. Notice the cool sensation as it goes through your nose and in the back of your throat and into your fingers and lungs. Then notice as it leaves again, back through your throat and nose. Let your breathing fall into its natural rhythm. Just observe it as it moves in and out, in and out. Acknowledge any random thoughts that come into your mind and let them go. As you bring your attention back to your breathing, in and out, watch your natural breathing rhythm, in and out. If thoughts intrude, just acknowledge them, then allow them to flow past and return your attention to your breathing. Now as you inhale, feel yourself breathing in relaxation. As you exhale, feel yourself breathing out tension. Breathe in relaxation. Breathe out tension. Continue to breathe in relaxation and to breathe out tension. Continuing to breathe in and out. In and out. With every breath in, you breathe in relaxation, feeling your shoulders drop and your body relaxes. Feel your chest and stomach gently rise and fall with each breath. Notice how your body feels. How calm and gentle your breathing is, and how relaxed your body feels. Continue watching your breathing. Stay mindful of it. Breathing in and out. As you drift off, allow my voice to bring your attention back to your breathing. Just watch your natural breathing rhythm as it comes in and goes out. Breathing in and out. Allow the relaxation to flow in and out. If there's something that you're holding on to that does not make you feel good, whether it is actively making you feel bad or just dampening the flame of your inspiration, if there's such a person or a thing in your life, visualize it and acknowledge it. Acknowledge that you wish to let that go. And if you can, forgive them. Before sending them off, because this will give you the best release. Let yourself feel all of the emotions that you feel and attach to this person. Remember that emotions only last about 45 seconds. So like a wave crashing over you, it might be a little salty, but it too shall pass. And when you allow the emotion to come, then when the feeling subsides, it really subsides. Now, of course, if the emotions are too painful, or if you believe you need to seek professional guidance, please feel free to do so. Nothing herein shall be construed as medical advice. But to the extent you feel you can safely do so, just try to observe that emotion. Forgive the person or situation that is bothering you and release it with your exhale, blowing it away in the wind. Let yourself feel all the emotions. Forgive, and then release. Now bring your attention to your heart. Visualize a circle of warm, sweet sweet sunlight surrounding you and reminding you that all you need is contained within you. Reminding you that you are an incredible source of light. And now imagine the outer fringe of your bubble grazes up to their hearts. They feel the love and the greatness that you have to offer. But you are no longer sharing it, but you did graze up their heart to acknowledge them. Acknowledge the wound on the heart and touch them with the warmth of the light to forgive them. So now you can move on freely without harboring any negative emotions. Or feelings towards them. You are now completely detached. Bless them with love and forgiveness for their journey and watch them turn around and move on their path. Feel the release around your heart. Pull any remaining energy back into your heart cover and seal your heart, telling yourself, I bring all my energy back to me. You are safe and protected. You hold your own power with love. Let yourself now be aware of any feelings of heaviness left over in your body or heart, or a weight on your energy level in general. Visualize yourself under a gentle waterfall or shower of sweet, warm, enveloping yellow light. Let this light pour over you, through you and out through your hands and feet and every crevice, clearing and cleansing your heart of any negative residue. Now bring your hands to your chest Try to connect with your heartbeat. As you concentrate on your heartbeat, feel the pulse. Feel the strength. With every heartbeat, imagine the yellow flame within you burning stronger and occupying more space and consuming any bit of empty space where the loss left a void and filling it up with eager and excited self-love. Teaming at the opportunity to bring inspiration and self-knowledge into your life. Gently breathe into your heart. Adding air as the fuel to your fire of internal self-love. Feel the flame as it expands. As you breathe out, let go of any tension in your heart. Allow it all to leave your heart with every breath out. Release any negative emotions from your heart center that have been wearing you down. Allow yourself to feel those emotions as they leave your body. Feel the pain and let it go. With each exhale, release all the pain. With each exhale, release feelings of unforgiveness. Release feelings of anger, self-loathing as you exhale. Be sure to inhale also so you're not out of breath, but as you exhale, exhale and push out and cleanse yourself of feelings of loss and regret. Practice loving kindness and remind yourself that it is natural to feel feelings of unforgiveness, anger, self-loathing, loss, and regret. That it's normal to feel those, but you don't have to keep holding on to it. And you can let it go because it's hiding the true essence of you, your full potential, your positive light and inspiration and productivity potential in the world. As you continue to breathe in and out, you can feel those negative emotions deeply and then make a conscious effort to let them go. Allow those feelings to leave your heart center, because by them exiting, you are creating space to accept love. Sometimes we've held onto hate so long that we just don't know what to do or what to think when the fight is over. But you can remind yourself that by saying no to non-forgiveness, you're really saying yes to make yourself available to receive love. And that love can be self-love. You can tell yourself, I love you in your name. That love could be spiritual love. You can, if religion is your thing, you can remind yourself that you're a perfect child of God. You can also accept love in an abstract way, that we're surrounded by people who love us, even if we don't know it. Sometimes people have difficulty expressing it, but there's always somebody who cares, always. Sometimes a person you least expect. As you let go of the past, you realize that there are no mistakes, only lessons and growth as you move forward. Continuous cycles of learning and growing. Situations and people entering your life and leaving again serve a purpose. When we think that everything that happens is for a reason, or when we think thoughts that we are exactly where we need to be right now, it is a way to give a sense of security and feel grounded in the ever-changing landscape of life. Everyone we meet is for a reason. This is a philosophy that can help make you feel grounded. Sometimes the reason for the person is a pleasant one, and we can consider that a blessing. Sometimes the reason for the person was to cause pain and teach us a lesson that will strengthen our own inner will. Everything that happens can be used as a source of strength if we stay positive and redirect pain by viewing it as a positive, strength-building lesson. And just as the body needs time to heal from an illness, the heart and soul also need time to heal from pain, hurt, and anger. It's a gradual process of healing and growing as the wound heals. for now, in this exact moment of precious time, let go of any hurt in your heart and make room to invite even just a little bit, just a ray of warm light, a sense of peace, a sense of healing into your heart, new and beautiful people and situations in your future. But you have to let go of that heavy bag of non-forgiveness. You have to lighten your load and just be you, not your past, not your future, but just your breath, light and airy in this moment. Repeat this mantra in your mind as you start to regain consciousness. I am lovable, and I love myself. I cannot control others, but I can control myself. I cannot depend on others to care for me, but I can depend on myself to care for myself. I am lovable and I love myself. See yourself living in perfect harmony with everyone in your life. Let it fill you with gratitude for this opportunity to live in this wonderful world. Feel your heart swell with compassion and forgiveness for yourself and others. With every breath in, allow this wonderful light to fill your heart and radiate through your body, filling every little space and healing every cell within it. Let the light fill your heart and body until it's overflowing, until you feel so much love that it is more than what you need. Imagine yourself confronting situations with an abundance of love so that you could share love freely without feeling depleted. You're full to the brim and some excess sweetness just spills over, not because you need anything in return, because you're already full, reminding yourself of the mantras. I am lovable and I love myself. can control myself. I can take care of myself. It's empowering. And you can. Sometimes taking care of yourself requires finding resources to fill gaps, but you're finding those resources. You are autonomous. And it's a relief. It's freedom. Spend a few moments allowing yourself to breathe in, to really feel yourself growing this light and dissolving all the negative feelings. Now bring your awareness back to the flow of your breathing, in and out, in and out. Feel the cool breath in your nose and throat. Notice the natural movement of your stomach, rising and falling as you breathe in and out. Feel the cool breath and become aware of your full body. Draw your attention to the connection your body is making with the surface, whether you're sitting like I am, the connection between the ground and your sits bones. Bring your attention to your toes and all around you. Moving your toes, your fingers, your neck, your shoulders, your torso. Notice your fingers and move them in a stretched palm. Feel your shoulders and move them backwards and forwards. Let yourself become aware of the room. Again, and all the sounds or silence close by. When you feel ready, open your eyes. Bring yourself back to awareness in this present moment. Gently breathe in and soak up all the lovely feelings in this room. So for free, you can have a copy of that meditation by copy pasting the transcript of this YouTube video, or this book is reasonably priced, under $25 on Amazon. The Encyclopedia of Yoga, it's part of our Broadening Our Horizon series. It's a series, it's a textbook series written by high school leaders for incarcerated women so that they can earn vocational training yoga degrees while behind bars. And we offer all 6 Yoga Alliance degrees, the RYT 200, RYT 300, RYT 500, our CYT, the Children's Registered Children's Yoga Teacher training degree, and the RPYT, Registered Prenatal RPYT Yoga Teacher degree. RPYT Registered Prenatal Yoga Teacher degree. It's live, blips and bloopers and all, and then we also offer the YSAP that Yoga Alliance continuing education provider, 30-hour course, and we do that as a postpartum boot camp. So anyway, this meditation is in this book that I just read. If you liked it, you can get the book. And please leave us a 5-star review if you feel so inclined, because our high school leaders really appreciate it. And it also helps us get grants so that we can do more projects with high school leaders. I'll set this down and we'll go into a little warm up and then go into boat pose, our key pose of the week, and then we'll end with a nice feel-good stretch. So from crisscross applesauce, push your legs out in front of you, and we're just gonna kind of walk them forward, gaining length. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. You can bend a knee or both knees if you want, if that feels good. And just try to really stretch. I encourage you to bend your knees to really grab a hold of your toes, because in doing that, you're getting a full back body stretch and not just the hamstrings. So at your comfort level, I would just hold on to your toes so you get a nice stretch. For boat pose, we have long legs in front of us as we turn our bodies into a 45-degree angle. So this seated forward fold is a wonderful stretch to get into boat pose. You can also get the same effect with a standing forward fold. So why am I telling you this? Because this is not just a yoga class, but a class for trainees to become confident yoga teachers. And it's important when you're teaching to make sure that your students don't come out of yoga with excessive soreness or injuries. And the way to really feel good, even the next day after a yoga class, is to really prepare the body to do the stretches before and after the pose so that there's no strain, so that the body's warmed up. Here, let's bend one knee a little more. If you have both knees bent, then just bend one even more. And the idea is that we're trying to get a side body stretch. And on the other side. Inhale the arms up. Exhale the arms down. Bring one knee in. Bring it over the leg. Inhale, arms up again. Exhale, and we'll do a little twist. Here in this twist in boat pose, we'll want our spine in good alignment. And by twisting, we can actually find that center a little better by going a little bit more to one side, a little bit more to the other side. Kind of gets the kinks out, and it helps us find that alignment. And just breathe into it. You're also building strength as you are engaging your core. Exhale, both legs out in front of you. Inhale, the other knee up, step it over. Inhale, exhale, twist to one side with your arm on the inside of your leg, bent leg. Take a few breaths here. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, twist to the other side. Stretching out both legs, come into a cobbler's pose. And again, we're just really trying to find that balance. Go side to side a little bit. And from cobbler's pose, we can strengthen the core a little bit and just practice coming down. So boat pose will be engaging our core with our legs up, but we can kind of practice with our legs down. This is a wonderful abdominal strength building exercise. We'll inhale and exhale again with forward fold. We'll stretch out those obliques by walking our hands to one side, just taking a few breaths here. And walking our hands to the other side. Gently walking your hands up again. We'll stretch out the shoulders, bending one elbow, and giving yourself a little tug. Don't grab onto your actual elbow, but more your arm, because we want to be sensitive on the joints. Exhale on the other side, bend one elbow and give yourself a little bit of shoulder stretch. And now we're ready for boat pose. So if you have tailbone sensitivity, as we said in the beginning of class, you can have a blanket or pillow. Something too wobbly might, something too thick might make you feel a little wobbly. And then you can experiment. So boat pose has legs outstretched, core engaged. I'm a little not able to do it. Blips and bloopers and all. So legs stretch like that. So I just could do it for a second, but it's like this. So if you're like me and it's a little bit of a challenge, you can do half boat pose with one leg down. This is a way to experience the alignment. And you can do the other side to experience alignment in a more stable form. It might not be exactly boat pose, but it certainly is a leg strengthener and core strengthener. You can also do modified boat pose with the legs at a right angle. Then for modified boat, you can kind of see if you can get those legs straight without falling over. Yoga is fun. Don't take it so seriously. You know, you can kind of play around with this teeter-totter if you fall out of it. You can also play around with it with or without something underneath you to see if that helps or doesn't help. We can just kind of play around with it at our own pace, falling in and out of it. Doesn't really matter what your level is. It matters that we're learning together, because it's the process of learning that makes us bloom. I'll say this while I'm in modified boat, and you guys can kind of play around with it. You can also, do things like this. But earning this next degree isn't going to make someone happy. Making $1 million isn't going to make someone happy. But setting a goal and working hard towards that goal helps us grow. And that is what makes us happy. So by setting a goal for boat pose, that is a challenge, and it brings out the best version of ourselves. It's not necessarily obtaining boat pose that does anything, but it's the goal setting. So with that in mind, I encourage you guys to play around with it, and we'll just all kind of do our best learning boat pose. When you feel ready, let us continue for an unwinding feel-good stretch. So we can rock a little bit and go all the way back to plow. Hands behind our back, stretching out the back of our neck. Slowly roll down, and we'll relax into dead bug, feeling the length of the spine. You can tuck your chin in and roll your head back down. Dead bug. From dead bug, you can bring your hands, your feet down, shimmy them out to the sides of the mat, and we're just gonna windshield wiper our knees down. To really stretch out the back, you can have your arms in cactus arms. And we're just feeling a stretch here. Windshield wipering your legs at your own pace. When you feel comfortable, drop your left leg down and place your right foot over it for a deeper stretch. When you feel ready, bring both feet to the sides of the mat. Exhale the right leg down and the left foot on top of it to get a deeper stretch on this side. This is an amazing stretch as it also stretches your psoas, the muscles connecting your torso to your thigh bones. A wonderful hip stretch. And as women, we hold so much tension in our hips, so this is really a wonderful way to release, following through physically on the concepts that we talked about in that meditation with the mantra called letting go. These deep hip stretches are a way to physically carry through that work of letting go, that work that we started mentally and cerebrally with the letting go meditation. In this way, yoga is definitely mind, body, and soul. Inhale the knees in and give yourself a little hug, rocking side to side, trying to keep the sacrum down. And as we hug ourselves side to side, if it feels good and you can grab a hold of opposite elbows, go for it. And as you hug yourself side to side, we'll echo what we learned in the meditation for self-love, the loving kindness aspects of that letting go, release meditation. And as you rock side to side, you can remind yourself, I love myself. I can take care of myself. And just inhale those positive, reassuring thoughts that you are an autonomous individual, that being autonomous doesn't necessarily mean you need to do everything in life yourself, but it means that you're capable of finding the resources when you need them. That you are not dependent on others for your own happiness. As you inhale, cross your legs, grab a hold of opposite ankles, and exhale for a nice hip stretch on the one side. And just kind of melt into it. Exhale, cross the legs on the other side. Grab a hold of opposite ankles and enjoy this deep hip stretch on the other side. Give yourself a hug one more time. Allow your legs to drop to one side. Outstretch your arm to the other side, lengthening your bottom leg to the mat, and enjoy this nice spinal twist. Inhaling the knees back into your chest and dropping your knees onto the other side. Your opposite arm outstretched, your bottom leg outstretched too. Your head facing your outstretched arm. You can gently close your eyes if that feels good, and enjoy the spinal twist on the other side. Inhale your knees again. Give yourself a little hug and outstretch your legs in front of you. Lifting your arms up and back. For some of you, you had a blanket or something to sit on for the boat pose. If you want, you can roll it up like this. Put it between your shoulder blades to really open up your shoulders in this Savasana, maybe using cactus arms if that feels good. It's just an option. And we'll just take a few moments here to really relax, unwind. Your hands can be alongside of you or outstretched to the sides, open. Allowing your toes to roll to each side of the mat. Gently closing your eyes or having a soft gaze. Relaxing your eyelids. Relaxing your spine and jaw. Surrender. When you feel ready, you can bring your knees back into your chest. Give yourself a little hug and gently roll to one side. Take your time to avoid feeling lightheaded. And you can gently push yourself up to a seated position. Drawing awareness to the present moment. Checking in on how you feel. Having gratitude for your time in this practice. Honoring yourself. Being glad that you took the time to learn something new. Practice boat pose. Earn a degree for our degree track students. This may be a wonderful time to set an intention for your goals today. Maybe just one thing you want to accomplish, or one thing you want to focus on. And that focus might be an intention to self-love, bringing this mantra of letting it go into your daily life. What is not serving you that you can just let go of? Is there one thing that if you just forgave, it would lighten your load, put a little pep in your step? What's that one thing, and can you just let it go and enjoy all the benefits of today's practice? Taking to heart that today was a lesson learned. Week 49, lesson 49. And in life, so much of what we experience is also just a lesson learned. May the light in me be the light in you. Have a blessed day. Namaste.